think we are, yes. Good morning, beloveds. So, first thing I'm going to say is in-person Sunday services are canceled tomorrow. I know it's Saturday, but I'm going to say it today and I'm going to say it again tomorrow. Just in abundance of caution for everybody involved, our infrastructure is not set to deal with icy roads, and so we just want to make sure everybody stays safe. Now, there will be a Sunday service, so you don't have to worry about that. It will be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time at 11 o'clock. So, please, tune in, provided everybody has power. So, here we are. Okay. All right. That being said, I think that's, And I'm running really behind because my Saturday plans got canceled, so I turned my alarm off. And so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go to the park. So if I have a park story for you, you'll get to hear it tomorrow. Again, provided we have power. It was, I went to the bathroom at 5:30 in the morning, and it was pouring. Now, it is not raining right now, but the temperature is apparently 44 with feels like 39. Yes, I'm still going to the park. Okay, we are doing a new design for living, so let's do the housekeeping. And all the housekeeping is me, reminding me we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. The website, I just said that, I said that first. The email, info@creativelife.org. You get one email a week unless something unusual happens. As I have been pointing out, that second email is always weather related. Almost. Every now and again something else. But usually, because we live on the Gulf Coast and our weather is weird and it is getting weirder. So, there's that. And the hot links in the email are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or the person that can help you get it. And blind CC. Nobody's going to see your email. You want to end up on anybody else's email. Like I said, it tells you what's going on for the week and month. Okay. That should be everything. I will mention the social medias mainly from the standpoint of we are doing this on social media. We do not monetize the social media. So what we ask you to do instead is go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you are on. If you allow notification, it lets you know when we go live or upload new videos. I.e., it will let you know when we go live tomorrow. So, and then engage with the individual posts. So react to the post, comment on the post, share the post. It bumps us in the algorithms, more people see our stuff, which, let's be honest, is the point of social media. So it is free and easy way you can support the center. All right, that should be everything. We are doing a new design for living. This is the process of science of mind. I guess we are listed as a religion for the purposes of government paperwork, but we're more like a philosophy. We are a way of life. And this book is exactly that. This is Ernest Holmes telling you how to do this. So, we are in chapter 6 doing great possibilities. And the article today is the law of correspondence. Our purpose in affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, or right thinking is to stabilize our own thought, to think clearly, always understanding that all things are possible to that power greater than we are. Equally important is the knowledge that this power can do for us only what it does through us. And that's kind of a really important thing because it means that whatever we want, we can't do a treatment and then sit on our couch. It's not the way this works. We do the treatment and then we get up and go live our lives, and we will be given the direction that will get us to what we want. Be that people, be that information, be that a random conversation. Sometimes it's a commercial you hear on the radio, but you could do it sitting on the couch and see a commercial on TV, but you know what I mean? That's why we say treat and move your feet. It can only do for you what it can do through you. So you are the avenue through which your good will come to you. by going out and doing what you do. And then the breadcrumbs will be dropped. Okay. That there is something which actually brings about conditions, circumstances, and situations that correspond to our mental attitudes. All right. That's super important. What you think about, you bring about. So if you have a mostly positive outlook on life, mostly what you are going to see is positive stuff coming back at you. If you have a negative outlook on life, mostly what you're going to see is negative stuff coming back to you. It's called confirmation bias. That's what our brains do. All right. This could be called a law of correspondence, the outer manifestation corresponding to the inner thought. The relationship between the effect and its cause, between what thought produces and what it is. It is the law illustrated in the biblical passage, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. I'm certainly not going to argue with Ernest about the meaning of Bible quotes. This does not mean that we sit around all day thinking profoundly, pushing ponderous abstract thoughts about, which, to say the least, is exhausting, because it is. This is exactly what we want to avoid. We must never make the designing of a new life a labor, for if we do, it will lose its vitality and spontaneity, and the effort involved will become just another burden we have to tolerate and subject ourselves. What we do has to be something we want to do for the sheer joy of doing it. Only then will proper results be forthcoming. Okay. I'm going to read that sentence again. Not the last one, but the other one. What we do has to be something we want to do for the sheer joy of doing it. Now, there is another paragraph to go, and I will get back to that in just a minute. But this is a conversation that I've had recently. According to music teachers that I have had, I am a talented musician. But the joy of music for me is in listening to it, not in performing it. Okay? So while I may be a talented musician, now when I say talented, I get pleasure and joy from listening to music. I love music. I did not enjoy the aspect of performing music. So, for me, that's the joy doesn't come from the performance. For me, the joy comes from the act of listening. And so I listen to music. That is the sheer joy. I collect music. That is the sheer joy. Maybe in another life I could have been a music producer, something like that. Not that I'm not perfectly happy doing what I do, because I love what I do and I do it for the sheer joy of it. That's the hazards of being a gifted and talented kid. But had I set out to be a musician, which is probably why I didn't pursue it. So let's finish this chapter. Sheer joy. What we are doing in our undertaking is to experiment with the greatest principle ever discovered by humanity, which, even though it is infinite, is personal to each one of us, which, because it knows neither big nor little, hard nor easy, will flow with equal force and power through the individual use we make of it. Okay? Really? Let me read that one again. Come on. What we are doing in our undertaking is to experiment with the greatest principle ever discovered by humanity, which, even though it is infinite, is personal to each one of us, which, because it knows neither big nor little, easy nor hard, will flow with equal force and power through the individual use that we make of it. And that right there, it doesn't know big or little. So if you have a little request or a big request, it does not matter. It will give it the same time and attention that you do. that you do. It is your personal use of that power that is the key. And big or little does not matter. Easy or hard does not matter. It is not going to look at the request you make and say, no, that's pocket change. It's not worth it. It's not going to say that. Nor is it going to look at the request you make and go, no, that's too big. You don't deserve that. Okay? That is the really cool thing about this. But it is going to look at the effort you put into it. Now, remember, he said, don't make it a labor. What you want to do is with the sheer joy. Okay? And maybe if it's not sheer joy, at least something you enjoy. Something you want to do. Because that, I don't know if you heard it in my voice, you want to do. That's where that longing is. That is where your power is. It's something that you want to do because it brings about happiness for you. That's the secret to work in this. It's not magic and it is magic. It's not science and it is science. And anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Anything is possible. So now I'm going to go layer up and go to the park. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a bundle up day, a protect those vulnerable plants day, a, what do they say? People, pipes, pets. I think that's it. It's the 3 P's. People, pipes, pets. And in our case, precipitation. So do what you got to do to take care of what you need to do today to prepare for the weather. Day, a drink plenty of water day. It is extra important to stay hydrated in the heat, in the cold. It's really easy to get dehydrated in the cold. So, drink plenty of fluids. Day. Just don't choke yourself day. And do something just for yourself day. Make sure you make time to sit down day. And do what you gotta do day. Cuddle your fur babies day. Sorry. Know that it's gonna be okay day. Eat something really amazing day. Take care of yourself day. Do what you gotta do day. I think I've said that 3 times. Maybe I just need to wrap this up and go to the park day. Tell somebody you love them day. Stay warm day. Take care of yourself day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough. Just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jester likes to call us, you are a godling. So, explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. You. I will be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow. Again, depending on weather and power levels. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And and stay warm. I will see you next time.